a really healthy lunch that I really love. You can also turn it into a giant dinner, as I've done with these plates here, or you can make it into smaller portions and pack it up as individual lunches on the go. They're great. They contain complete proteins, a mix of colors, and really rich flavors. Again, very accessible ingredients that you can find at any store. We're going for, again, healthy, easy, delicious, all around good food. All right, let's go ahead and get started.
First, you want to start by cutting your potatoes into cubes all roughly the same size, about like that, as close as you possibly can get them. Next, you want to rinse your quinoa if your quinoa doesn't already come pre-rinsed. Check your packaging. I would usually be using 2 hands, but yeah, give it a good rinse for about 2 minutes. Next, you want to add your 2 cups of water and your pre-rinsed quinoa all together in the pan. And then turn the heat up to high because you want to bring this to a boil. Add in a little salt if you want, optional, but I always do. Give it a stir. Once it is at a boil, give it another stir. Place the lid back on and turn it down to around 2 or 3, low. And then you want to set a timer for 15 minutes so you don't forget about it. While you've got that going, start on your potatoes, turning the heat up to about medium-high heat, adding in your olive oil and the potatoes you chopped from earlier. Give everything a nice stir to get the potatoes all evenly coated in olive oil. Once you've got a nice even coat, it'll be time to add your spices. There's your cumin, your smoked paprika, and your salt and pepper. And then give it another stir to get all of the spices evenly coated onto the potatoes. Then you want to hear this nice sizzle. Once you've got this nice sizzle going, it's time to add about 1/4 water. Put on the top as quickly as possible and turn down to low. And we're going to let that cook for a few minutes. Checking on it occasionally to see if there's any liquid left. Lots of liquid left here. Gonna give that a little more time. Now our timer is going off on our quinoa, so it's time to check that out. Again, checking, making sure there's no liquid left. You can always leave it on a little longer if you need to, but mine's looking good, so I'm gonna turn the heat off. Give it a nice fluff with a fork. And then you want to cool it off by putting it on parchment paper or just a big flat surface, just trying to increase the surface area so it has enough space for it to cool down, because you don't want to introduce it into the salad hot. So just trying to cool down the quinoa here, getting it on to a big plate or a big piece of parchment paper. Let's check on our potatoes again. Give them a stir. Got a little bit of liquid left, not so bad. Give them the fork test to make sure that they're done. Just pierce a few potatoes, and if you're getting through them pretty easily, that probably means they're done and you're good to go. Go ahead and turn the heat up to about medium-high heat, right at about a 6, and give it a stir. And you're gonna cook that just to cook off the excess liquid and give them kind of a nice brown coat on the sides, kind of caramelize them. So making sure that they don't burn, yeah, getting them nice and even, maybe giving your pot a shake. And when that looks good, all the liquid's gone, nothing got too burnt or stuck to the pan, those are good to go. You can turn that off and even remove them from the heat. For your kale, you can use a full bag or a full bunch. I had to go bag this time. And you're gonna put that into a bowl and massage salt all into it. I would usually be using both hands to really work it in there, massaging the salt in until you can notice a change in color and fragrance. It should become a deep green color and it should smell really, really fragrant. Next, you're gonna add olive oil, the juice of 2 limes, and some salt into a bowl and give that a nice whisk. Whisk it up real good. Get it all nice and mixed up. Whisk, 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 whisk. And then you are going to drizzle that all over your kale. Nice even drizzle. And next you're going to massage that in just like you did with the salt, giving it a nice even massage in. This is going to make your kale taste so amazing. It should be a lovely green color now, and it should smell so nice and limey and delicious. Next, chop up your avocados. Then you are going to take 1 jalapeno. You're going to take the insides out and just roughly chop it up into little pieces like this. Then you want to take a handful of cilantro, just roughly a handful, de-stem it as much as you want, and then you're going to give that a chop too. Easy peasy. Now we get to make our avocado sauce. So just add your cilantro and then a whole bunch of lime juice, some avocados, the most important part of course, some olive oil, and then some salt and coriander. Give that a blend. You could do this in a food processor too. You might have to work it down a little bit if the pieces get stuck. Might take a few blends. And really get it going nice and smooth. Now's the trippy part where I hypnotize you to eat healthy. Whoa. Recycle properly. Oh. And reuse things as much as possible. Okay, it's over now. Your avocado sauce should have a nice creamy texture, just like this, and that's how you know it's good to go. Next, we are going to start on toasting our pepitas. Go ahead and turn your up to about medium-high heat. Pour them out. And we're just going to give them a light toast. These will become your new favorite snack. I just literally can't stop eating them all the time. While cooking these, you'll see them darken in color, but what you really want to listen for are these pops. Like that. And that. And that's how you know they're really cooking. You'll also start to see the color change and obviously getting nice and more toasty, giving your pan a shake to get them evenly coated. Stirring a lot so they toast and do not burn. Big difference there. Once you've got them nice and toasty looking, you can go ahead and turn your heat off, and we're going to move those to a plate so that they can also cool off. Next, we are going to rinse and drain our black beans. After they're dry, add them to a container, add some garlic powder, a little bit of salt, olive oil, and you could even add more lime juice here if you wanted to, but just trying to give these a little flavor, a little coat of flavor. Give them a good mix up, evenly coating as much as possible. I like to shake things a lot. Shake, 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 shake. And there you go, nice and evenly coated. And then we're gonna return to our kale. And remember that quinoa from earlier should be nice and cooled off by now. So we're just gonna add that in and mix it all together. Getting it nice and evenly distributed throughout the salad. Looking so, so good. Lots of protein, lots of greens. I'm loving it. Now we get to put it all together. Add your potatoes. Then a little sprinkle of black beans. Then as much of the avocado sauce as you want. Personally, I like tons of it. I think it tastes amazing and could just eat it by the spoonful. And then it's time for our last touches, guys. Some toasted pepitas on top, and then this feta cheese if you'd like. And that is done. We are done. And oh my goodness, look at this beautiful meal we have made for ourselves, full of proteins and vitamins and color and rich flavors, and with enough leftovers to make ourselves more for the rest of the week. Good job.
Hey y'all, thanks for cooking with me.